Alright, we're going to pick this Abus 7240. It's got this tiny keyway that I've had a lot of trouble with over the years. Not this particular lock, but this keyway. And I recently got some SSDev picks and found that I can actually pick from the bottom, so that makes it a lot easier. So I'm going to use this SSDev, I guess, medium hook in 15 thousandths. And I have, I'm going to click on 6, a little bit of an interesting story to tell you. Click on 4, a bit of a false set. Once I got it, there's something odd that happened with it, so not getting much of anything at this point. Oh, there's some kind of rotation. Not sure if that fully set. More counter rotation. There we go. So let's go ahead and gut this. So it's got a Phillips down the shackle hole. I didn't quite get that. There we go. Let's turn this a little bit. Alright, so before I make the mistake that I made before, I'll show you the key, and I locked the cylinder again. So there we go. These two cuts here are pretty close to zero lift. So it didn't really have to do anything at the front. So let's go ahead and pull this clip. Okay. And get my follower. Okay, so do it this way. Yeah, these are not dumping where I want them to. Okay, let me get those oriented correctly. And we'll get the Bible. Let's start from the back. Not quite there. There we go. So this is 6. That's a spool there. Another spool on 5. spool on 4. Spool on 3. Now let's go from the front. Standard on 1. And spool on 2. Let's get these springs out. Oh, I just dropped that one on the floor. That was a standard spring. I'm going to have to dump this last one. And I don't see that spring right off. I'll have to search for that in a minute. But so we have spools in every cylinder except for one, which is a standard, all standard. Key pins, standard springs, and I promise that was a standard spring there. And then this guy, as you can see, is shorter, and don't know if I can get that to focus. There we go. Yeah, it got cut off there. So when I gutted it yesterday, I made the stupid mistake of turning the core 180 degrees and those stacks lined up, so I dumped the key pins. What I didn't realize was, you probably won't be able to see it, but those pin stacks in the Bible line up with the keyway. After that, I turned the core a little bit and snagged one of those zero lift pin springs, and it wasn't, I think it was in chamber 2. So I ended up destroying that spring. Luckily, this pin stack 1 is a near zero lift, and that provides enough spring tension to allow this standard pin to stick out of the Bible, so it has minimal impact at least. But anyway, that's all. Thanks. Nope. I previously incorrectly stated that this and this were zero lift pins, and no, they're actually max lift. But I wanted to explain a bit why that happened, why I made that mistake. So it was pins 1 and 2. Let's go ahead and put those in. Now, there we go. So you can probably see those pins are resting at shear. So even though they're maximum lift, because the drivers are so short, they work just like they are zero lift pins. So I just wanted to make that correction. That's all.